Jalen, AP All-American team came out today, and you were second team. Just thoughts on, having that recognition.
It's a blessing for sure. I'm just blessed to be on a team, and I credit that to my teammates and the coaches. And I'm just looking forward to the season and getting it going, but not really gonna put too much eye on it. I got bigger goals, and that's team goals more, and I'm just putting that forward. So I'm liking what I see so far from the team, and it's honestly a blessing. I'm just glad that they picked me to be on it, but not really gonna pay too much mind to it. Just gonna keep my eye focused on the goal, and that's winning games, and just doing everything I can to make the team better.
Jaquayln, good to see you.
Sir, good to see you too.
You've been practicing like everybody else for the last couple of years, but you're finally like gearing up to being able to play. What's that like to actually see that in your future and not just like going to scout teams?
I mean, coming in last year, I knew I had to sit, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I just tried to use every opportunity to better my game and just work on the things I needed to improve on. But I mean, now that the time's here, I waited a long time for this moment. So I mean, it's just I'm just glad to finally, get the opportunity to go out there and showcase my abilities. And it's a good feeling to know, you're practicing with a chance to play on Saturday. So
How's that been, and what are some of those areas that you really wanted to focus on and improve at?
I just tried to use last season the scout team, to just work on really route running, yards after catch, things like that. Just stuff to that'll, work on Saturdays, that'll happen in games. Just trying to look at every practice like a game, going against the 1-2 defense every day. I think it made me a better player than, just going through the motions. I tried to use every day as my advantage and just work on something.
Both of y'all, coaches, I think, kind of dread the first day when classes start. What was today like? Was it a little rusty? What did it look like to the both of you?
It looked good. I mean, we were focused for the most part, and I think we came with the right mindset. I think everybody was still kind of trying to get back from the scrimmage we had Saturday and trying to get their bodies back. So our schedule looked like that. Kept it a little light, but at the same time, we're in full attack mode. Coach always emphasized, every team goes through it, has the first day of class along with football practice. So how are we going to separate ourselves? So I thought we came out and made good strides towards the upcoming first game, and at the same time compete against each other. So we just got to keep it going and understand that it's going to be a grind. But, if you put your best foot forward and you have the right mindset, you can defeat anything and attack anything. So that's what we're going to do.
I agree with him. Like everybody has school, practicing after school is a part of it. We just had long days of camp. So, I mean, we were kind of used to long days and still practicing at the end. So Coach Pittman just tried to instill in us that, some teams let this be a disadvantage or a bad thing, but we're not going to let that happen. So we just tried to go out and tackle like a regular practice. And I feel like both sides of the ball had a good day today.
Jalen, what kind of, I'm assuming you guys have gone at it some in practice. What kind of camp do you think Jaquayln's had?
I think he's had a great camp. I think he's shown his explosiveness and what he can do at the slot, and not just the slot, but you can put him in the backfield, do packages with him. And he creates so much dynamic to this offense. And he's been a true weapon. I think he's really showcasing what he can do. And just to know, I mean, we have, people like Burks, but for him to be in there too and understand that we can go, a two threat with him and Burks, I mean, it can be unstoppable for sure. But every day he just comes in and be consistent and just does what he does to help the offense, and it shows.
Experienced group of safeties with yourself and Joe and Simeon, and even Slusher got some work last year. And what do you think of the group as a whole?
I think the whole group as a whole, we're just grinders. Every day we just try to do everything we can to be the very best we can be. It's almost a competition between all of us. We always try to outdo each other. And when you have that mindset and that competition towards each other, you're going to bring the best out of everybody. And like Joe, Joe stepped up a lot this fall camp, had a great camp. Sim's been consistent with his leadership and just him, his studies and everything. And then Slusher stepping up too. And he just looks like he's a vet. Looks like he's been here doing it for his whole life, and he's been here for a while. So I think all of us together could be something special. And I think the whole DB room as well can be something special, along with the young guys who are stepping up and making plays. So it should be something really special to watch this year.
Jaquayln, I know everyone was disappointed last year when the bowl game got canceled, but I guess there was a funky rule change where you were actually going to get to play in that game. So what were the emotions like for you, knowing that you were going to get to play and then having the game canceled like it was?
It was a bummer just because I think of how it happened. I got cleared earlier in the week, so I got to practice with the team for a couple practices, and you know what I'm saying, I was feeling good, starting to get in back in that mode, you know what I'm saying, game mode, and I was just really excited to go out there and just showcase what I could do and bring to this offense. But and the crazy thing about it was we were all dressed and ready, and we were about to leave for the airport in about an hour, and then we just had a team meeting and everything got canceled. So it was just kind of weird how it happened. Us so close to leaving for the bowl game, but I mean everything happens for a reason. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. Obviously, I wish I would have got to play, but it's out of my control. So.
With some of the fastball starts, we've seen you going with the ones. I'm just wondering what it's been like, what the feel has been like for you working with KJ in that group.
I mean, it's a great feel. I think KJ is a great quarterback. I think KJ is someone who can move mobily and very accurate throwing the ball, makes good decisions. So I mean, just that whole group as a whole, I think, you know, since offense has a lot of firepower, a lot of fast guys, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, receivers that can go up and get the ball. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of great backs. So I mean, just that whole group is amazing, and we work good together. And there's a lot of interchangeable parts. So I mean, I feel like we're deep at every spot, and you know what I'm saying, KJ is a great leader behind center. So.
Coach said that I believe that KJ probably didn't play a whole lot in the scrimmage, and Malik played a good bit. And I assume you played against him. You might have faced him some. I don't know. You might have been pulled out a little bit too. But what have you all seen from Malik? What he can bring to the table?
Just the scrimmage alone, I think he had maybe 2 big runs, maybe like 60 yards plus. So he's a guy who, if you let him get in the open field, he's electric, and he has a cannon. He can throw it as far as anybody, as hard as anybody. He can put balls in tight spots. I mean, he's a guy who has what it takes, you know what I'm saying, and can be a really big weapon in this offense. So I think he has a really, really bright future.
Jackson's a name that's popped up a couple of times. Just curious, both of you guys, what are you seeing out of Keytron?
Keytron's a beast, man. Just for him to come out of high school, you know what I'm saying, looking like that, moving like that. It's just the testament to how hard he works, and he comes in every day and doesn't say too much, just goes to work, and you can see his improvement from the spring to now. He's just growing up before our eyes, and I think he's going to be a really good player.
Yeah, he's just been consistent throughout our camp. You know, like I said, I always like guys like to be a sponge and just learn and just work their way up. And he's worked his way up like real quickly. And just the plays he's made throughout the fall camp, and just his consistency. That's the main thing I think I see out of him. He's just consistent every day, and he just brings his best foot forward. And he definitely has the respect of all the DBs so right now. And he's definitely a name to watch for sure. I can see him making some contribution to the offense this year.
How do you feel? We've been seeing you in green some.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. They just kind of want to hold me out right now, just a little nicked up shoulder. But I mean, if we had a game tomorrow, I'll be good to go. They just want to make sure they keep it right, keep it healthy, and just have me ready for September 4th. But you know, as far as the fastball reps or everything, I'm good to go. They want to keep the contact off of me.
Yeah, you guys had a great year last year, your preseason All-American. But where can you take your game to a higher level? What have you worked on in camp to get even better?
I think just the negatives, what everybody makes for me, the reason why I'm not a first team or the reason why I'm not on the top of a lot of lists is just I try to work on just being more consistent and just kind of taking my game to the next level. You know, I think as far as just, maybe being better, even better in tackling than I was, or being even better in coverage, I always say I'm not satisfied with anything. So whatever I can do to help myself become a better player, that's what I'm gonna do. So I always like to look at the negatives of, certain people or, what my coach thinks I can work on. I try to perfect that. At the same time, I will work on my craft and try to make sure I do what I'm good at to make sure I stay on top of that. But at the same time, I try to make sure I work on my negatives and just do everything I can to help the defense be at the top and make sure they're where they need to be. So that's what I try to be.
Specialist, I think I had this right. I think I counted 18 first and second team All-Americans. We all know the SEC is really good, but what do you think about that?
I think it just shows. I mean, I think every conference got good football players. It doesn't matter where you go to. But just from me, I mean, I might be just biased for me playing in it. But as far as the SEC goes, I mean, every week you're going to play somebody that's a top guy. when it comes to being drafted or a top guy on their team. Like, it's just like for us, we know every week we're going to face a good receiver. I mean, and quarterbacks are as good as they're going to be. It just shows that, SEC, you got to be ready to play. I mean, because every time you're going to get something thrown at you, and it's going to be physical football. So you got to be ready for it. I don't down any conference. I think every conference is good in their own way. But I think when it comes to the SEC, as far as just the physicality of it all and just the players in general, you're always going to have the consistent players, ones that are going to be top guys. So that definitely shows just off the list itself.
Jaquayln, to piggyback off that, Traylon Burks got a second team nod from Pro Football Focus. What has he meant to that room this season?
First off, if he's second team, I'd like to see he was on the first team. But Burks is just a guy. When I first moved here, Burks was my roommate. You know what I'm saying? He helped me learn a lot of things here. Just kind of took me in and just helped me get used to this place. But as far as the team aspect, I mean, he's the guy the offense looks to. You know what I'm saying? He's the one. You know what I'm saying? Who keeps us going? Who's gonna he's gonna make a lot of plays, and he's just a freak, man. The plays he makes and the things he does every day is just something that everybody can't do, and he's a guy that's just different, and I'm glad he's on our team, and I just love getting to go to work with him every day.
Yeah, you and Greg Brooks are about in the same class, I think. What have you seen from his progress from freshman year to sophomore year?
Greg's a baller. Greg's that one guy that he's going to come in and work every single day. I think when we work out, we're always together. We're always watching film together. It goes from just watching film together to go eating together. Like, we're really close. And I think that just shows on the field our chemistry that we have. We're able to communicate and do certain things with each other on the field. And I think he's just that guy. He always wants to get better. And I think me and him being together, just working out all the time, watching film together, it just makes us both better as a whole. He's telling me stuff I can do or things that we should do on the field, and I'm doing the same to him. And I think that together, it just makes the chemistry for us a lot better, and it just makes us a better football player in general.
You had fun with Hunter Yurachek over the hit with Oglesby that hit him.
Yeah.
What do you think of having an AD who's that much, like sportsman guy, fun?
I think it just shows that how much he loves the Razorbacks. He's always involved. It's not just football. I've just seen him involved with baseball, basketball, golf, tennis. It doesn't matter what it is. He's always involved. And that's something you can respect. And that's something I love about him. He's always looking forward just to be invested with the program. He's not trying to sit on the side. He wants to be in everything he can be. And I didn't know at the time that when I hit him, it was a cut on his face. But when I saw the picture and just to see that he was good and he was just, made a happy situation out of it, that just shows you his spirit, and it just shows you that he just loves the position that he's in. I'm glad we have him as our AD because he does everything he can to make us the most successful when it comes to the resource and stuff. So that's something I love and respect about him for sure.